Okay, so welcome everyone for this video, which will be a super late analysis of the feedback form that I made for 2021. This is the second one, and usually I made an analysis for each of them, and I did not make an analysis for the first one. This is mainly because the first one was made just before the announcement of the end of Hive, so the first one was not relevant anymore, in my opinion, because the end of Hive was major thing that change all the everything that will happen in the future. If you're also used to Formula 1, you know that I usually do on Twitch on my Twitch channel in live stream. This time I do this on video, mostly because my internet is very inconsistent recently, so I don't want to make a stream that will crash every 3 or 2 seconds. And I prefer to do this, which will be good for everyone in terms of quality and fluidity, and make the discussions that I usually do in the Twitch chat with the YouTube comment. And last thing that I want to say in the introduction, for all the native English speakers, sorry for my French accent, which will be terrible for you for the whole video. Now let's get started. So the first part is about the rule set in-game. And the best of 5 and best of 7 seems to be widely winning and makes the unanimity. Everyone wants to keep it. If we change it and try new stuff, the only thing that gets relevant amount of votes is first to X point after any amount of games, but only a third of people who actually answered the poll put something there. So I don't know if it can be considered as a relevant results. If you have anything to add about it, it's in the YouTube comment once again. So third question, the power up. Once again, a huge majority is visible. It's yes, you want to keep them enabled. I think that it could be relevant to let this up to boss player agreement, but it seems to be not relevant at all. So whatever. So now let's talk about the rules for leaderboards. What should be tiebreaker order after the round elimination in tournaments? What I was already using in the past with some variation widely won, so nothing to discuss here once again, except if you want to add anything in the comments. Would you want the creation of distinct leaderboard for each format? Yes, at the majority, which makes sense, and I think this is pretty relevant because it's not the same skills to do in 2v2, in 3v3, 1v1, or in hardcore mode. But one thing which is very relevant in this answer state is that it could be interesting to get one which is a general one with all the tournament aggregates, to see maybe who's the most consistent player if you take all the format together. For now, those leaderboards are in progress. I'm trying to work on them, but I don't have much time currently because I'm super busy with my studies and stuff like that, so I can't really tell you which deadline it will be available. The 1v1, 2v2, and 1v1 HC should be available anytime soon, very quickly, and the 3v3 will be much more long to arrive because it's in play to modify a bit the document made by Droid, which is only made so far for 2v2 maximum, and since I'm not extremely talented in Google Doc as Droid was, I don't know when I will be able to edit that. But whatever, I just wanted to the main point that I want to show here is, do you want to keep a general one or not, or you just want to keep the leaderboard for each format? So now for the Discord, do you think that competitor and waiting rank should merge into only one rank? No, with a huge majority, so we'll just keep as it is. No problem with that. Okay, so now questions which are related with each other. Do you use useful link, and do you think that this channel is clear? Yes and yes with a huge majority, so I'm pretty glad about that. Do you use research channel, and do you think we should keep it? People seems to really see why this channel is relevant and want to keep it, but it's much more less clear that people actually use it. And I think this point and this difference is only related to the fact that people who actually answer this form are mostly players very invested in tournament and who want to have a voice that counts in the future of tournaments, and most of them are people who already played a lot of tournament, which means that they are actually experienced in tournament, and maybe the tools that are in the research channel are not really relevant for them. So I guess this is why there is such a difference between the two. Next part, do you think we should keep reaction available under message and announcement? Yes to the unanimity. I just put this question there because I had a small doubt, because in the past there was already one argument that started on the server because of reaction, but you do not seem to be worried about that, so we will just keep them. Any suggestion for a new channel? I don't really know right now, so it was not relevant to answer that. And off topic could be interesting actually, but I think that it would be kind of already how the general channel works currently. I'm not someone who use a lot of off-topic channel in the Discord server that I use, so maybe it's just I don't see why off-topic would be relevant, but for me it's kind of similar to what the general channel is currently works for, so just tell me if you have anything relevant about that in the comments. And now the part that actually make this form relevant more than the first one I made for this year, it's the post-hive closing organization. For the registration, majority of Google Forms, so we're going to use a Google Form for the first one, which should start anytime soon. I don't know yet when, but anytime soon I think, because I don't want to wait too much and to makes people forget about block party after the hive hand. What would like to see for tournament happen? This one is not relevant anymore because I didn't know that there was a lot of other solutions than Midzino server. So Midzino server will be for the first one for sure. But I see there is also two other options. Revive server stayed there in one of the answers, which will be which try to recreate all the Java server mini games, so it might be relevant to put it there. So we'll just see how is it going in the future. This project is going in the future. And another option is also a server created by Joachim, if I'm not mistaken, that I already heard of on the Joyo Discord server for the BB community. So that might also be an option, so I think we should just try all the three of them and see which one is the most relevant for the future tournament. I already discussed more with Midzino than the other server owners, so I think that we will keep Midzino for the first one, but it could evolve in the future, I don't know. Do you think that we should keep 1 week to schedule the game? Is a good idea, so yes, with a huge majority, nothing to discuss here, just a huge majority. It seems that the 1 week time span that I choose in the first time is relevant for that. Extra week should be available only once a tournament and if justified and active, so people want to keep the rules as it is right now, so we will just keep it like it is. We'd like to see group phase tournament tested again, yes, and in any tournament format. So the next tournament that will start anytime soon, I don't know exactly when, once again, because it will be when I will have free time, and I don't know when I will actually have free time. But it will probably be the next one because you want to see it in any tournament format. So we will see. For the prize for tournament winner, I would like to see prize pool come back in tournament. Yes, to a huge majority. I'm not very sure about that because for me it could create more rivalry and toxicity when money is involved in tournament, but we will try it once again. and I will create a PayPal that you may find the link in the video description, I think. Also, I forgot to mention it, but I will put also in the description the finalized leaderboard for each format when they will be finished, because it's not yet the case for all of them. I think that it's only done for one of them, if I'm not mistaken, but whatever, you just check the description and you will see. And would you want, if you have enough money for it, and I really want to make clear that it's if you have enough money for it, don't spend too many money on my tournament if you can't afford, via PayPal donation, to buy new stuff for the tournament, original logo, new emote, blah 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 blah. So running, if you create one, it's dead now. I know that we will not create one. And a new emote, a new logo. If you are someone who is an artist and watch this video, just feel free to contact me in Discord PM just to discuss about the price and what do we want to do. Like that, just a little advertising that I do there. If you want to participate, just feel free to, because I don't know yet what exactly I want. So, and I don't really know, because I never really paid for art online, so I don't really know how much it will cost, which also means that I don't know if I can afford it right now, or if I need to wait for more donation and stuff like that. So if you want to discuss about the price and about what we want to do for this new emote and new logo, just go in my DM and discuss about it. Now let's talk about the referring of the tournament. Do you think that the amount of refer is good currently? Yes to majority, so I think we'll keep it around there. Do you find the rule set on the Discord? Yes to the unanimity. Thanks God there is a dedicated channel for that, but I just wanted to be sure that everyone knew that this channel actually exists. Do you think that rules are clear enough for now? Yes, once again, so it's good. I'm not sure that it was clear. If you would had remove or modify from tournament rules from tournament, what would you propose? This one is a mistake from me. I just think that it would be an answer with text, and it was not. It was something to quote with answer to quote. So this one is totally irrelevant with the answer. So it's only on option 1 which was available. So if you have anything to say about this question, just feel free to do in the YouTube comments, because this question I don't have any relevant opinion there to discuss. Were if you're clear in their explanation of rule application when they had to? Yes to the huge majority, so I'm very happy and glad to see that. How would you judge refereeing quality during the tournament overall? So if you took a very good and neutral, there is a huge majority, only 1% vote for bad. If you look at the answer to the question below, you may see who is the person who voted for bad, but we'll discuss more in a bit. So what should we improve in refereeing? And good communication and active when needed. So I guess this is the two things that you think we should improve. So for the communication, I don't really know what's wrong with the communication we have now. So if you want to take more details, just do it in the comments. And for active when needed, I think that it's kind of true, but I think people don't realize one thing is that we are not professional. We only do spend free time refereeing tournament because we want to do that. So if you only call someone and for refer like 10 minutes for example, or 1 hour before the tournament game gets started, you are not sure to find a refer online. So try to do it more in advance to assure that you will have a refer active at the moment. I can understand what's the problem here, but it's not only related to the refer, it's also related to some people not saying that they will play their game in advance. So yeah, I can understand your point, but we are not professional, so we can be online 100% of our time. The second point is just need more referring time zone and more experienced one. So more experienced one is not really possible because we could hire new referers which are experienced in referring tournament from other games, but not from BP, or except if they are from other tournament organization, of course, because now there is one, but the experience for refer just come from referring from a game, so we can't hire a new refer with already many experience. It will just come with the time that refer will become experienced. And more refer in time zone, I'm totally in agreement with this statement, but there is a huge problem. I can't create refer application from time zone with no player or with no one in the player who actually apply for tournament. For example, I will take an example which is pretty clear. We had 3 refer from Oceania time zone, Akali, Misradar and SafeSox. All those 3 was from Australia or New Zealand. Now all of them have left the referee team, and as long as I don't get an application from another player from Australia or New Zealand or that kind of time zone, we will not anymore have a refer from those time zone. I think that it's pretty easy to understand, but I don't pay people and I don't pay people for doing that. It's just up to people application. So I agree with that part, but I can't really solve it up to people who actually apply. The third point is less bias in your referee choice. We all know that there are people who really deserved and people who got it only because of just vote system get wrecked. So I'm not sure what this person is referencing here, but I think this is about the Zach Carey history. So basically I'm just going to read short because I don't want to restart a whole drama, and there is already too many things that have been said about it, I think. But basically, if all the refer from the team except one just come to me and told me that one of the refer is how to work with, I have to remove him from the tournament referee team, regardless of how good he is at refereeing. I mean, once again, we are not professional, we are amateurs, we are taking off our free time to refer game, and if someone is enabling all the others to work, I can just say keep working with each other and you will get paid at the end of the month, because we are not professional. So I just remove the player which is how to work with for the others. It can be unfair, and it is actually unfair to this person, and I recognize that, but I can't take the risk to lose all my refer just for one person. Being stricter with rules, for example, if a player jumps off at the end of and forces a tie, it should be counted as a tie instead of the player who forced the tie winning. So there is already rules about that. It's if you are seen by a referee surviving and giving a tie, it counts as a win. If you are not seen, it's counted as a tie. So I don't see the point on doing the thing even stricter, because if you are fighting a friend in a tournament, you may just want to keep your friend streak or whatever other reason. So maybe we should do that, but I don't see the point on being strict here for that rule of jump off. So now let's discuss the future project with new floor addition. Would you like to see proposition for new floor opened again, and this time truly implemented, not as a knife? Yes, so after the publication of this video, or just before the publication of this video, I will create on the server a channel when you will be able to post a screenshot or image or whatever from your proposition for new block party floors. Keep in mind, we're not going to implement all of them, we're just going to implement those we think were looking good and also are viable for competition. For example, if you are just doing one with 2 colors at the opposite side of the map, we might not take it, because I mean, troll floor is not very relevant, at least not at high speed in tournament, but you know what I mean. Just try to be creative, and we will see then if we had all the new floor or not. one-day tournament. We'd like to see one-day tournament getting organized, yes, with a huge majority, so we will try to do that as soon as possible, once again depending on my free time. I'm sorry, I'm super busy with my studies and I can't really change that, and it's highly, and the free time I get from my studies will be the most important point for me to see if I actually organize thing or not, because I need time to organize stuff. Which format will you be interested to? Huge majority for this one, no surprise. This is a tournament which have already been organized once by the Madator, so I think we should do this one for the first one. And if you have any other rules sets that you would like to see added, just leave them in the comment. And just one thing about this one, more custom mod like no jump, no speed or blindness, it could be interesting, but it's require one thing which is more restrictive for the participant. It is that we can't check it from outside, so it needs it requires people to record or live stream the tournament, just to make sure that we have evidence they did not cheat from those rules. So it's just a little bit more restrictive and difficult to organize, but we may do that in the future. For the offline tournaments, I don't have much to say. Maybe it was misunderstood. What I mean by offline tournament is LAN tournament. Of course, it's not possible on short term due to COVID context, as all of them should know. But maybe on long term it could have been interesting. At least I think that it could be interesting, but you doesn't seem to be interested in. So, rip. The project is dead before even started. And now the project I'm talking about for the longest time, the Block Party League. And if you see the results, the agreement with the current ruleset is extremely high. So I think this new project is almost ready to be released, and I will try to make it released as soon as I can. I will work for this during the summer break. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do so, but I will try to make it happen before the end of the summer. I can't promise, once again, it depends on my free time, but I will try to, because this one, as we will discuss then, I have a lot of agreement in terms of the current rule set, so I don't see what I could improve before a first try. Do you agree with the match rule set? Yes, to the huge majority. Are you okay with original placement system? Unanimity of yes. Do you think 10 players per league is a good number? Yes, to a huge majority. Do you agree with the system of placement? Yes, to the unanimity. Do you agree on the point system for league? Yes, to the unanimity. Do you agree on tiebreaker for league leaderboard? Yes, to unanimity. And do you agree on relegation promotion system? Yes, to the unanimity. So you see that the agreement is almost perfect from player to my current rule set. If you have missed it, I will put the rule set link in the description, and if I don't, just remind me in comments. So now I just leave you to the YouTube comment, and I hope to see you. I hope to see a lot of you in the comment to discuss about all the things I stated there, and hope to see you in the future tournament. Goodbye.